Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Jers coming back to you with another one. Of course, we had another beautiful day full of soccer, full of the beautiful sport. But let's go ahead and start it. It's your boy. Let's talk football. All right, guys. Of course, before we really get started, we're going to talk about a couple of news, rumors, etc., etc., etc. Okay. So, following yesterday's game that where Germany were eliminated by Paraguay, Kimmich did ask Goretzka to take the last shot and the sixth penalty, and he asked him twice, and Goretzka did say no. He also went ahead and asked both Brown and Thiaw, and they also declined, which led to Tas stepping up to take the shot, which, by the way, was Tas' first official career penalty. And of course, it makes sense why he missed it, because nobody in this Germany team was willing to step up and be a leader to finish and seal this game for them, man. I think that's unfortunate, but it speaks a lot about the players and, of course, the coaching staff that led to that decision making, okay? Following up, guys, the Mexican fans stayed up all night outside of the hotel room of Ecuador. They had parties. They were singing. They had music blasting. I think they even had fireworks. And like I said, the ultimate goal was to keep the Ecuadorian players from having a good night's sleep, so they would come to this game today that we just witnessed tired, man. Ecuador actually did not appreciate that, and they have sent a formal complaint to FIFA stating that this was an anti-sportsmanship thing for the fans and the country to do to them. Okay. Moving on, guys. Ronald Koeman has actually decided to resign his coaching position at the Netherlands team. Fun fact: he's actually ever since he became the coach, he has not been able to beat a single national team that is above or within the top 25 FIFA ranked national teams. There was a lot of critiques towards Ronald Koeman after the elimination in regards to him starting a defensive line of five. Ronald Koeman did not accept blame, I guess you could say. He said that, people were asking for that, and now that he did it and they lost, they want to blame him. Nonetheless, he has, like I mentioned, he has resigned and will be moving on, and so will this Netherlands national team. Following up, guys, so Fiorentino Perez is looking to make a blockbuster offer for Michael Olise. We just spoke about this yesterday. Bayern Munich said that they are not interested in selling, but whenever Fiorentino Perez has something set in stone, he is not going to let it go, and he will be submitting a 190 million plus offer plus another 33 million in add-ons. This is going to surpass the sale that was done for Neymar Jr. back in 2018 when PSG bought him from Barcelona for 220 million. Okay, but staying in Real Madrid, guys, it was heavily speculated that Mourinho wanted to buy Mateus Fernandes from West Ham, but it looks like Tottenham Hotspurs have stolen the signing from Real Madrid. They are going to offer 100 million for the player, and it said that one of the convincing factors was that the coach from Tottenham kept calling Fernandes over and over and convinced them basically about the system and what they're hoping to do this upcoming year. Maybe there's a chance that Fernandes also didn't have or wasn't guaranteed to be a starter whenever this team does start this upcoming season for Real Madrid. And it's also said that Manchester United were also very interested in signing Mateus Fernandes, but they were not willing to offer the same amount that Tottenham Hotspur did offer. 100 million is a lot of money, guys. But Mourinho does not just stay idle. If he lost one, he's going to go for another. And it looks like he is going to go full on for Alessandro Bastoni from Inter, okay? This Italian player is exactly what Mourinho wants. And it looks like if he does get bought by Real Madrid, he will be an immediate starter for this team, okay? And it looks like they're going to try to purchase him for the range of $60 million, which really, when you look at it from perspective, it's not bad at all, guys. So it could be the next big signing for Real Madrid. Of course, there's a lot of heavily linked names. We already spoke about Michael Olise. We did spoke about Enzo Fernandez, and now Bastuani is the next player in the eyes of Fiorentino Perez and this, excuse me, this Real Madrid team. Before we get started about the World Cup, we do need to talk about an injury that did happen yesterday. As many of you know, Lucas Paquetá did leave the game at the beginning of halftime. It looks like he did have a muscle injury, and he will most likely miss the remainder of the World Cup. This injury takes about 3 weeks for him or any player to recover, and if Brazil do make it to the final, he does have a chance to come back. But that, of course, doesn't mean that he is guaranteed a starter position when he comes back, especially when he's coming back from a muscle injury. A coach's job is to put the players that have the most rhythm, consistency, and playing time. And if he's out for 3 weeks, that could only jeopardize this Brazil team. So as of for now, I guess we can say that he has officially ended his World Cup campaign for the moment. But guys, let's go ahead and get started with the games today. So we're going to start off with Norway versus Ivory Coast. It was the first game of the day, and man, oh man, I really wanted Ivory Coast to win, but I'm also very happy to have Norway go through. I'm sure just like you guys, we all enjoy rowing with all these fans. So we started off with a goal from Musa. And man, what a beautiful curled shot, man. There was no way that the goalie was gonna get that, okay? But man, I one of the things that I enjoyed about this game was that there was no giving up from either team. This Ivory Coast team, especially in the defense, did everything they could to keep Norway away, and they really shut down Erling Halaand, if it wasn't towards the end, of course, but they put on everything that they could. And in the second half, let's talk about this beautiful goal from Amad Diallo. He did not back down. He went through one defender, two defenders, three, and he shot this banger, man. What an amazing goal for the young player. He's only 21, I believe, and the only reason why he came off the bench is because he has been dealing with a back injury a majority of this World Cup so far. So he has decided to sit out and be subbed in and give. If he only has 70% to give, he's going to give that 70%. And that's actually it was actually really noticeable shortly after he scored his goal, because he did have some back spasms and had to sit down for a little bit and get some medical attention. That being said, guys, at the minute 86, after a play, it was a beautiful attacking play from Norway. They just gave the pass to Haaland. And Haaland, he's a flashy player. He's big. He's a monster. He's a machine. But in this goal, all he had to do was tap that baby in. And just like that, guys, Erling Haaland has helped push through Norway to the next round, okay? So their opponents now is going to be Brazil. But of course, let's keep moving. We're going to talk about France versus Sweden, okay? First thing to note is that after today's game, Kylian Mbappe has officially surpassed Miroslav Klose as the top, as the second place top scorer in World Cup history. So the only person now that he has ahead of him is, of course, Lionel Messi, okay? So in the first half, Mbappe did have a couple of chances to score. He had a goal actually that he scored that was called off by VAR after a offside call. And then he also had another shot that did hit the post. Mind you, of course, Michael Olise also had a missed shot that could have been Puskás level type of goal, man. He got this ball and he did this bicycle kick and it went straight to the post, man. And it bounced off. I don't know what happened to Dembélé here. He shot that bad boy all the way from New Jersey to New York, basically. But the last shot before the end of the half, Dembélé gave a pass to Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe, of course, did his little shimmy left to right, and shot that bad boy in. And we went into the half with a 1-0 victory so far. I also want to point out that Kylian Mbappe, after scoring his first goal, he did go and celebrate with the Champs, which is the Champs' first game back ever since missing the last game, of course, due to the passing of his mother. So the second half did come, and at the 56th minute, Barcola scored the second goal, only to be finished by a 76-minute goal from the man himself, Kylian Mbappe. Okay, a 3-0 victory. I think it was a very convincing victory. He now has 6 goals, which is tying him with Messi as the top scorer in this competition so far. They will face Paraguay on Saturday. Okay. And now, guys, to talk about the game that we all just witnessed, Mexico versus Ecuador. I need to, take a step back, because clearly I have been sleeping on this Mexico team. I'm getting too soft, man. I really said that Ecuador was going to win this game 1-0, and clearly I was wrong, because Mexico dominated this game, okay? The 2 early goals. In the 22nd minute, Quiñones came in, scored a banger off the left side. Minute 31, Raul Jimenez, after a weird play that was going on, he got the ball and shot that top bin on the right side, man. Mexico's defense was just outstanding. They did not let this Ecuadorian team get any offense through, okay? And one of the things that I want to point out that really helped this Mexico team was the fact that they had this home turf game, man. Having that support behind you, it's just so special. And just like that, guys, they won the game, okay? They will be facing the winner of England versus the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is a game that will be happening today, of course, if you're watching the video on Wednesday. But before we finish talking about this game, guys, of course, we need to talk about the thing that happened towards the end of the game, which was the second time in history that the Vinicius law, La Ley de Vinicius, was applied after Hincapié covered his mouth while talking to Jimenez. Of course, Jimenez went straight to the ref and let him know. VAR got involved, and just like that, Hincapié did get a direct red card. As I mentioned before, guys, this is a new rule, so it's gonna be basically like a hit or miss. The only way that this could really be called is if you're looking for it. And I think Jimenez, as soon as Hincapié came to him and talked to him, he spotted that, and he just went ahead and told the ref, man. That being said, it's not like that red card really affected the overall outcome. I think that Mexico had this done and sealed early in the first half, really, because although Ecuador came out and fought really hard to try to make something, they were not able to score. Okay, Mexico, I'm really proud of y'all. Keep pushing forward, and I'm sorry for sleeping in your game. Okay, and as I mentioned, my predictions yesterday were off, man. Well, one was really close, but I predicted that Ivory Coast was going to win by penalties. It could have happened if it wasn't for Erling Halaand towards the last couple of minutes, so therefore I was wrong. France versus Sweden, I was actually fairly close. I said that France was going to win 2-0 with 2 goals from Kylian Mbappe. I'm sorry, I guess I forgot to talk about Barcola's goal. But in Mexico versus Ecuador, I did say that Ecuador was going to win 1-0. I keep sleeping on y'all boys, man. I'm sorry, Mexico. Man, yes. Mexico 2-0 win today. Very, very set in stone, man. But before we hop off this video, we do need to talk about the games going on tomorrow and the predictions. Of course, we do have England versus the Democratic Republic of Congo. I actually think that this is going to be a slightly harder game for England than what they expect it to be. I think that Congo is going to score 1 goal, but ultimately England are going to come and finish off the game with 2 goals, leading them to win a 2-1 game, okay? Belgium versus Senegal, I think is going to be a very hard-fought match. Belgium did struggle in the early part of this World Cup so far, and it wasn't until the last game that they were able to score a handful of goals. But Senegal also has, they have a lot of strength, speed. I think that they're going to go to penalties, guys. And I think in penalties, Senegal is going to win, okay? And last but not least, we have USA versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. I think that the easy answer here would be to say the USA is going to win like 4-0 or something crazy like that. But I do think that Bosnia and Herzegovina are going to bring a lot of fight in this game, man. I think that Bosnia is gonna score 1 goal, but USA is gonna finish and win this game with 2 goals. Okay, and the only reason why I think that USA will win this match is really because of the fact that they have young legs that just go out there and run, 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 man. This Bosnia and Herzegovina team is a little older. You know, we're talking about a 41-year-old Edin Dzeko. Yes. So I think that USA will win this match, but they will not win it as easily as everybody expects it to be, okay? But guys, that being said, we are done talking about today, and of course, we'll hit you back up tomorrow. It's been your boy Jerson, and yeah, love soccer, love football, World Cup. Yes, peace.